Only on Fox, convicted criminals with outstanding warrants being set free in Middle Tennessee. The FBI helps to connect the dots when a criminal wanted in one state is picked up in another. After a crook serves his or her time, they are usually sent to the other state to face charges. But we have discovered a growing number of these criminals are being set free instead. Tonight, why it's happening and how it could put you and your family at risk in a Fox 17 special report.
I just can't stand for it to get dark. I can't stand always laying there in the dark.
A heartbroken Steve Presley of Crossville explaining all the lights on his son's grave. 17-year-old Stephen Presley is one of 4 young people shot to death in September near the Renegade Mountain development in Cumberland County. Investigators say it was a robbery attempt during a marijuana deal.
Anybody that was in that car was going to get killed.
Presley, whose friends call him Boog, graduated from high school early to help support his daughter Abby, who was just 2 months old when he was killed.
Last time I seen him, he was standing smiling. Most proud I've ever seen him. He looked more like a man than he ever had for some reason. I just looked at him different when I looked at him last time.
Jacob Allen Bennett and Brittany Mosier are charged in the case. Bennett, the alleged trigger man, had previously served time in a Tennessee prison. He was paroled 6 months before the murders. Bennett was supposed to be sent to Florida to face a felony fraud charge, but Fox 17 has learned prosecutors there said no to extradition because of the cost and the fact it wasn't a violent crime.
I wish he'd been somewhere else, whether it be in Florida or our jail or prison or something, then obviously this wouldn't have happened.
Cumberland County Sheriff Butch Burgess believes if Bennett had been sent back to Florida, he probably would have stayed there. He wouldn't have been anywhere near Crossville. And Stephen Presley, 17-year-old Dominic Davis, 16-year-old John LaJeunesse, and 22-year-old Ricky Jacobson would still be alive.
I think that if they would have came and got him, then he would have stayed in Florida for all the stuff because he probably would have been on probation and he wouldn't even have been up here.
Our investigation discovered situations like this are becoming more common. Davidson County Sheriff Darren Hall runs one of the busiest jails in the state. He releases about 100 inmates a day. And Sheriff Hall says there is usually someone like Jacob Bennett in every bunch.
I mean, once you're completed with your time here, if your county won't come pick you up, we have a standing 72-hour rule. We're going to let you go.
It's a huge commitment of resources.
Metro DA Torry Johnson says prosecutors have to make hard decisions about extradition and concedes finances play a role. He says it can cost up to $5,000 to bring a suspect back here for trial. Johnson says the tendency is to extradite anyone accused of a serious felony. He says cases like the one in Cumberland County are tragic, but prosecutors don't have a crystal ball.
Our issue has got to be, can we do something with that case that we have in front of us, not what's going to happen in the future.
It's a harsh reality for people like Steve Presley, who has been to his son's grave every day since the funeral.
It's the only place I get in peace. The only place I get in peace.
Now, some people believe criminals like Jacob Bennett are just moving out of state to places like Tennessee because they know prosecutors won't come after them. Prosecutors in Cumberland County are seeking the death penalty for Jacob Bennett and Brittany Mosier. They are due back in court at the end of May.